Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast. I'm your host, IndyCarTim, joined alongside, as I am each and every show, because I don't do these things alone. Nobody would watch anyway.
True.
PGA of America member, Mr. Johnny the Gerbinator, Gerber.
That's a lot of G's. That's
Live from either Kansas City, Columbus, Phoenix, Pebble Beach, or the moon. I don't even know where you're at right now.
Most likely the moon, because that's how I feel. I feel like I'm spaced out for sure. So we'll go with the moon for now, but definitely in Kansas City. Weather here is perfect. So enjoying my time here. But I'll be back in studio next week. For
we're gonna have another freaking live show, aren't we?
How about that?
I'm not gonna know what to do here.
I won't either. That being said, are we still allowed in the studio? Are we still able?
Well, the door wasn't locked when I got here, but all the liquor's gone.
Well, we know who did that. We know how that happened.
I mean, it wasn't me.
No, of course not. No, for sure not.
I'm not even drinking today.
Yeah.
Haven't had a fireball yet, though.
Because there's none.
I should have had a fireball by now. No, we got a little bit of fireball left. It's not completely gone. I'll make sure it's gone by the end of today, though.
I think that's the only way you invite me back is when you need booze. I think I get that text. I like booze, and then it's time for me to come back.
I like big booze, and I cannot lie. You other liquors can't deny. Let's write a rap song here on the air.
That is true.
Johnny, big show as one of my least favorite weekends on the PGA Tour. Because again, I'll say it again. I say it every year. It's not necessary. There's plenty of adequate courses within the contiguous United States and Alaska and Hawaii, maybe even Puerto Rico, to play golf. I don't know why we have to go to another country to do it. It's a little ridiculous and asinine, if you ask me.
Well, first off,
but
no one asked you. They didn't ask you, first off, so let's get that crystal.
They didn't
and
ask
second
me.
off, Puerto Vallarta is way better than going to Puerto Rico. I promise you that.
I agree with that, but I'd rather go play in Omaha, Nebraska than go to Mexico.
No, Mexico is awesome, especially the golf facilities that they have. Well, I go there and play a tournament at this facility in Puerto Vallarta every single year. And
you don't ask me either.
Well, Puerto Vallarta is not Mexico, really. I mean, it's America. I mean, it really is. I mean, there's more Americans there than there are people that are from Mexican descent. But I love going to Puerto Vallarta. The weather's good. The people are super nice. And the golf course that they're playing at Vendanta is incredible. So, as long as Tony Finau doesn't have a three-peat, we're going to be in good shape. But I love going to Puerto Vallarta. I love it. It's the San Diego of Mexico. It really is, man. I mean, you got the merging of the ocean and the mountains, and I love it. I love going to PV.
Why don't they just play in San Diego then? It's a lot closer for a lot of these guys.
They just did. I
know, but you know what? You already have a San Diego on the schedule. Why do you got to have two of them?
Well, the tequila and and a few other things are really good in Mexico, and we can't really say that on air. So, yes, I love
Tequila's good here too.
Well, no, it ain't. I don't drink tequila, but the other thing I enjoy.
It just seems unnecessary that they have to leave the country to play golf. I mean, another
you don't
reason
think
why.
You don't think they should go to Canada either?
That's not another country.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
What do you?
They should play half the schedule in Canada. That would be fine.
Canada is just France. It's just the French. You guys, you're from Canada. You're all soft.
They should play more tournaments in Quebec. I'd be okay with that.
No.
All them Anne Maries.
So your point is you don't think they should play in Canada either?
No, I don't think they should play in Mexico.
Okay.
I think it's dumb, but we're going to talk about it anyway because
should they play in Florida, South Florida? Because that's Cuba, basically.
It's not Cuba. And Cuba's basically part of America now, so since Castro died. By the way, I met a real Cuban girl last weekend on Super Bowl Sunday. She was at the party that I went to.
Ooh, did you fall in love?
Cuban women are gorgeous. At least this one was.
How did you not know that? That's a given.
I've never seen a Cuban in person. They're illegal.
Wow, Castro.
Because they're from Cuba.
Castro, that's a long, long time.
You know what? And I was really hammered, and I can remember being reminded. I was being reminded a couple of days later that I was like trying to, like, I guess thought I was hitting on her and everything, but all I was doing was talking about Castro and how right he was.
That's the worst thing you could
Castro
ever do.
had it figured out, man. He had it all figured out.
Boy. But yeah, needless to say, you didn't get very far when you started talking to Castro.
Well, she was with somebody, so I didn't really have a shot to begin with.
Well, she certainly was after you talked to her. I promise you that.
Yeah, and it wasn't me. But Johnny, it is the 2024 Mexican or Mexico. It should just be called the Mexican Open.
Mexico Open.
I know, but why not just Mexican Open?
Because Mexican refers to the people, not the country. And I played in this tournament. We talked about this last year. I played in this tournament 3 or 4 times. So it holds some good vibes. Smart. I played well there actually. So maybe that's why I have a really good. Different golf course. Okay. They played a little further south down in Costa Caribe. We played in Guadalajara one year, and then we played in the capital one year. So it moved around. It moved around a little bit, but I always played well there. I always had a great time there. The people, I love the people there, and they treated me great. So maybe that's why I have a little bit more reverence for this event and going to Puerto Vallarta in New Mexico than most events.
Well, I mean, you and I are basically the same because you played in the Mexico Open one year, and last time I played, well, however many times, last time I played at Brookhaven, I had a Mexican carry my bag.
Yeah, that's certainly
so it's the same, right?
It's certainly comparable. Yeah. I mean, you might have actually one up on me, right?
We're very much the same golfer for sure. I bet our scorecards look exactly like. Hey, don't talk to Jordan Spieth about scorecards though. It's a sore subject for him right now.
If it can happen to Jordan Spieth, it can happen to anybody. So Mills, I know you're listening. So that happened to me in Pebble, and I didn't get that out. We'll talk about that.
But it is the Mexico Open from what is it?
Vendanta
Vallarta in Vallarta, Mexico.
Yeah.
It is once again the unstable par 71. I don't know why they can't just add 100 yards to one hole and just make it a par 72. That'd just be great, just to make them all 72.
They're a little landlocked there. It's tough.
They are. Well, I think we need more par 2s. It's probably what we need. Just like in putt-putt. It should all be par 2s.
So par 2, so you could play triple bogey golf and feel good about yourself?
Yes. Triple instead of quadruple would be great. Right. 7,456 yards, Johnny, not a signature event, so purse is only $8.1 million. But, and again, not a lot of guys here. There's just, as you mentioned, Tony Finau, just one golfer that's in the top 25 of the official world golf rankings is going to be here, and that is Tony Finau. But it's a tournament that does well on TV. A lot of people like it, even though the big stars traditionally don't make the trip.
Yeah.
So you're going to see a lot of, we talked about this towards the end of last season, these tournaments that the big names don't show up at traditionally. It gives some of these lesser known guys an opportunity to make a name for themselves. And you know what? A win, it's a big opportunity for a win. I know Finau, we'll get into our odds later. Finau's the favorite, obviously, as the only, as we mentioned, player in the top 25 to be here, but I don't see him doing very well. So it's going to be an opportunity for one of these unknown name guys to get a win, to secure some full-time status, to, get some exemptions. I mean, this could be a really big weekend for some of these lesser known guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, you said it perfect. I mean, this is a great opportunity for some of these guys, and some of these guys that just got their PGA Tour card. It's kind of maybe their second or third start getting the feel with the signature events, and maybe getting some momentum going into the Florida swing. We had we started out in Hawaii, and we had California swing, and now we're going to get to Florida and then get to Texas, but. Yeah, you said it right. It's an opportunity for some of these guys that we've heard of, and me definitely heard of in the betting world, in the PGA world.
Yeah.
But it is a great opportunity. You're going to see some guys, and the reason why you said it right also is like, how it's viewed is great because, you're looking at the PGA Tour and you're getting really nice weather. And this is kind of maybe the kind of, not really the kickoff of the golf season potentially for the northern states, but it certainly is the golf enthusiasts that watch this event and see the great weather. They're going to get excited about playing golf. Really from the north, maybe you go from Tennessee north. Really the start of the season is, we always consider it the Masters is kind of the kickoff season for the northern states to play golf. But this certainly puts in a mold of, people watching golf, looking at good weather, feeling excited about it. So I think it's a great spot on the schedule. And even though it's not a signature event, it's still a PGA Tour event. You win this tournament, you get the same perks as you do as if you win Colonial or Byron Nelson or things like that. So
even though it's in another country,
it does. Well, Canadian Open, they what do you say? I mean,
double points.
I just don't think Canada's a country first off. So, but that's if you want to go that route, we'll go there.
But you think Florida's a country?
Florida's its own entity. It's what does Colby say? It's the Wang of the nation. What is
America's Wang?
America's Wang. Yeah.
That's
so it fits. But listen, you're going to see some guys. You're going to see some guys, but maybe for the casual golf fan that people don't know. But this is a hard golf course, man, and the winds potentially can blow. It's a weird place. I'll tell you about PV. It's weird. So you're kind of up in the mountains a little bit, but you still have the sea level. So you think the ball flies far, but it doesn't. It's a very heavy air. It's very humid there. So and this golf course is going to be very strategic. And just I don't know what the weather's. I mean, I do know what the weather's been like when we handicapped our card, but it's usually pretty soft. But it's not overwhelmingly long of a golf course. So, like I said, you're going to see some guys that may potentially could be up and rising stars, and I like these events because you're going to get some guys that have some starts that maybe could make a splash. I mean, this is where kind of the Scotty Schefflers of the world and the Will Zalatoris in the past that you haven't heard of. This could be potentially a guy Scotty like that come up. So thank you for doing that.
Scotty Scheffler,
and I got a couple of guys on our card that I really like, and I touted them at the beginning of the year that potentially you're going to see one of these up and rising stars.
Yeah, and we'll get into our picks and Johnny's winning picks here shortly towards the end of the show, and of course my winning picks. Have you looked at my picks?
No.
You're probably gonna have to tell me who they are because I didn't bring a run sheet with me.
So
I don't have them. I don't have them in front of me, so I'm kind of flying here without a run sheet because I left them on the printer even for the big show tonight. But we talked about Tony Finau. He's played well here in two previous.
Yeah, he's won the last 2 years. Sorry.
No, he won last year.
No,
he fell short to John Rahm in 2022.
Oh, okay, well,
but he won last year.
He felt like a winner.
John Rahm's. I mean, we don't really talk about him anymore because he defected, right? He defected to Cuba.
Yeah, Finau's won 2 of the last 3 years, so maybe a 3-time champion is what I.
He probably won one in 2021. So, but Finau, we say just one player in the top 25, which technically he is, but he's number 24. So I mean, he's just right there, barely on the cusp, right? He's without a win since he won here last year. It was in May last year when this tournament took place. I think he's trending towards maybe a big result here shortly. I don't think it's going to be this weekend. We'll talk about the guys that we like, but some of the guys you've got competing here that could be big names. One of the guys, I think we both like him. I do. Nikolai Hogard will be here, still looking for his first tour win. He was part of the Ryder Cup and part of the DP World Tour Championship. Runner-up at the Farmers Insurance Open. I think he's one of these guys that are going to be, once they win, they're going to kind of win. Maybe he won't win in bunches, but I think he'll win quite a bit. Thomas Dietrich, Stefan Jaeger, they were both factors at Torrey Pines, and I think they're playing well right now. You've got our boy Emiliano Grillo. I'll say it right because I figured out I like him, so I'll say his name right, like you always got onto me for.
You were like Grillo
pad. I thought his family invented those scouring pads, the Grillo pads.
Yeah, you jack up more names than Nancy Gerber.
And of course, Griot is our Charles Schwab Challenge winner from last year.
Yeah.
So we have to like him. Taylor Penderith will be here. Keith Mitchell, Cashmere Keith Mitchell.
He ain't wearing no cashmeres this week. It's going to be hot as Hades down there. So if he's wearing a cashmere, he's got the flu.
It was 80 degrees here
John
today.
Scheffler.
80 degrees here in Dallas today.
It was 74 here in Kansas City.
I rode my motorcycle to the studio. It's a 20-minute ride down a 70-mile-an-hour-ish tollway. I'm not even wearing a sweater or a jacket. I'm in short sleeves on the motorcycle.
It was beautiful at the Teaching Academy here in Kansas City today. It was awesome. The facilities were packed, book full of lessons and instruction today. It was awesome. But this is a little bit of fool's gold here. I mean, there's gonna be some snowstorms, but Dallas can get that. You know, it is 80 degrees, but next 3 days. Is it gonna be nice when I get there on Friday?
No, we got a cold front coming through Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, of course.
It's supposed to get back down in the 30s and 40s. So you're bringing all that crap with you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks.
It's just great. Johnny, we're going to get into our odds, the Mexico Open Field odds, and as well as Johnny's winning picks and my so-called expert picks. Because that's what we do around here. Let's take our first break of the day, though. We are From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast, right here on FanStream Sports. We'll be back to do it all again here in about 3 minutes. We'll be back.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It, and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about Turf Life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories, and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7, day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports on a Wednesday, a golf hump day. I guess it's actually a hump day even for not golf. But happy hump day to you. We hope you've recovered from the Valentine's Day, whether that went well for you or horribly for you as it did for me. That's just what we do as guys. We got to fight through it. And there's a reason I don't do Valentine's Day, because I never come out ahead. It never works.
That was like over a week ago.
It was last Wednesday.
Oh, I got a text from one of our biggest supporters saying Ted Cruz is a Texan Cuban. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I know all about Ted. We're buddies.
That's why he left during the ice storm.
Yeah, because they don't do ice in Cuba unless it's over rum. That was good. I'm kind of proud of myself for that one, Johnny. I'm not gonna lie. Get it? Because Cubans like rum.
I do.
Yeah, just so do I. Love me some rum. Need to remind everybody you can hear the show on any of your favorite podcasts app. We are live every Monday and Wednesday, 5 o'clock Central Time on fanstreamsports.com, on video and audio on the FanStream Sports streaming app. And we need to make sure everybody knows now about our new feature, FanStream Sports TV, on our YouTube channel. 24/7 live streaming of our most recent shows on video, just like a TV channel. So go over there, except you can't change the channel, but we did that on purpose. So head over there to find our live stream or all of the previously recorded shows on FanStream Sports TV and the FanStream Sports YouTube channel and at FanStreamSports.com. Johnny, let's get into a little bit of odds for the 2024 Mexico, don't say Mexican Open from Vidanta Vallarta. Is that a good accent? Vidanta Vallarta.
It's pretty good.
Almost sounds Asian, though. I don't know. Do they have Asian Mexicans
No,
or Asian?
Sure.
I don't know how Asia works. I don't know how that works.
That would certainly be my bugaboo.
Oh, no, you like the other ones. I don't know. I can't say. Well, oh my gosh, dude.
As my main man says, I like who likes me. How about that?
It's my favorite girl to date. The one that says yes.
Yeah.
One that says yes. So speaking of Brazilians, as we get off topic, as we often do on the show, because it's not just about golf, it's about us.
What about next show? Can we pass it to the next show?
No. I was just gonna say I'll keep it clean on From the Rough. I wait for the Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim show to get less clean. But have you ever seen the movie? Have you ever seen the movie Knives Out?
No.
Oh, you should, dude.
What is that?
Oh no, it's a great movie. Ryan, whatever his name is, Ryan Johnson directed. It's got
Ryan Johnson. Who the hell is Ryan Johnson? Ryan Gosling?
No, he doesn't direct things. He's a mouseketeer. Let's just look it up. Knives Out. It came out a few years ago. It's a like a murder mystery, all-star lineup of players. But the main girl that I think it came out in maybe 19, but the main girl that's in it is a super gorgeous kind of Latina looking girl, right? I'd never seen her in anything before. Smoking hot.
Is it the second part of Laces Out?
It's much better than anything involving Laces Out.
Right.
No, you'd probably dig it. I think you would dig it. I watch it now all the time. Every time I didn't see it in the theater, but I rented it to watch it on streaming or whatever. And now every time it comes on, I'll give it a shot. And they actually have a second one now, a sequel called what's it called? Glass Onion. But it's really, really good. But the girl that's in it.
Is this like when you go to the hotel, he's like one of these pay movies that you get jit for your credit card? Because I've never heard anything like this.
You've never heard of Knives Out. It's a very popular film.
Oh.
Stars Daniel Craig. Chris Evans. Who's Daniel Craig?
Yeah.
James Bond.
007. Yeah.
Yeah. Chris Evans, Captain America. It's got Christopher Plummer in it. Toni Collette. I mean, it's an all-star cast, but the girl that kind of plays the main role in it, her name's Ana de Armas. And I
know who that is.
I'd never seen her anything before, and this was kind of her breakout role, but so I was doing a little research because I watched this last night again, and dude, she's
Put a
from
picture
Brazil.
up. Put a picture up for the viewer.
You want me to put a picture of Ana de Armas up here? All right.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'll do that for you as we produce on the air, because that's what we do around here.
Production expert.
I mean, because Johnny and I don't agree on women much. We've got very differing styles of women.
Which is great.
Which is okay.
Great.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's actually very good. But we do agree on the Brazilians, I think. That might be the only ethnicity we agree on, right?
That might have been the reason why I lost the. Oh yeah, how you doing?
How you doing?
Buenos dias. But they speak.
I will fight you for her.
Portuguese. Obrigado. I have to say obrigado in Portuguese because it's Brazilian is Portuguese.
Yeah, they speak Portugal down there.
She might be the reason why I lost the Brazil Open back in the day.
Dude,
that might be the reason.
Tell me that is not just something.
Okay,
like
take it off, please. Take it off. Thank you.
Johnny's getting distracted. Do you want to talk more Ana de Armas and Knives Out, or do you want to talk about some odds for the Mexico Open?
We might as well get into the odds.
All right, let's get into some odds. Again, Johnny, we talked about it earlier. Our favorite, not our favorite, but the favorite at 13-2, and it's because he's the only real ranked golfer in the field. Tony Finau, which is weird when you say that he's kind of the clear class of the field, but he's number 24. But that's fine because nobody wants to go play in Mexico.
No, not true. They all want to go play there, but it just fits terrible in the schedule.
But
right?
he's playing pretty well right now, right?
No, I think he's playing average. I don't think he's playing well. I don't think he's in it. He's in a little bit of a lawsuit. I think this is a little bit under the radar.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he's going through some stuff. I don't know too much about it. I've been trying to read, and there's not a lot of stuff about it, but I don't think he's played well this year. I mean, he hasn't won.
He's got 3 top 25 finishes.
Yeah, but that's for Tony Finau. But you got to realize 3 top 25 finishes. What are those finishes in the signature events when there's only 80 players?
All right.
This is what
25.
I know, but this is what Tony Finau does. He plays great in these lower tier events. If you look at his wins, this is what he does. He dominates, and when he gets to the big field events, the signature, he doesn't really play well. And I don't know why that is. He's certainly a top 10 player in the world in terms of talent. But, it's really difficult to take care of 47 kids and think about golf and, all these things that he does. And I love Tony.
Is that more than me?
He's maybe the only person in the country who has more kids than me.
How many does he have? Like 8?
He's a little couple more than Brady Bunch for sure.
I mean, I'm 6.
Yeah, he's more than
that. I know of.
He's more, but he's in that Utah Mormon kind of little, deal. That
oh,
they have
is he? I didn't know that.
Listen, I'm a huge Tony fan. I am. I'm a, listen, I don't know his personal life, but we're saying this in jest. But
yeah, I mean, I don't hate him, but I don't know that I like him either.
No, I like him. No, if you meet him, you'd love him. Like, and he's a big guy. Like, he's a big. Well, there goes one. There goes one fireball there. But no, he's a great guy, man. And it's just weird how maybe he just feels so comfortable in these lower tier event is the wrong way to say it. Listen, they're all great players and they're all PGA Tour players, but I mean, you gotta call what it is, man. It really is. And when he gets in, I mean, you look at Rocket Mortgage and playing in these events in Mexico, these lower tier events, he seems to dominate. Maybe his mindset's different that way, but I just don't like him this week, even though it is a bit of home cooking, him winning 2 of the last 3 years. But again, there's no value there for him to bet him for your money. He's 14-1, you said, and I didn't even look at it. I just scrolled on down.
13-2, yeah, it was even more.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to bet $100 to win 700 and risk that. There's no ROI for me as
bad
betting the field. There's not a lot of value for it.
Yeah. Next on the docket for odds, our boy at 16-1, Nikolai Hogard.
Yeah, I mean, another guy that's, obviously world-class talent. I'm a little, I'm not sure how familiar he is with this type of grass, this type of golf course. So I think experience is going to hurt him a little bit. And you never know with guys that go down there in Mexico from Europe, man. They have a tendency to fiesta a little bit more than most people. It can get you.
The fiesta flu?
Montezuma's revenge gets you a little bit. A little bit.
Sounds like it got you right now.
It might have. I got bit by a spider the other day.
I know. You showed me a picture of it. I feel like I got whatever you got just through the picture. I feel like I'm infected.
And this looks great compared to what it was. So I might be shooting webs. I might be crawling up buildings and shooting webs out of my hand.
Great.
For too long.
That'll translate well to the golf course, won't it?
Yeah, right. But no, like I said, I just need to know. I need to know a little bit more from Nikolai coming into this event. I know he's going to get some starts, obviously in the Florida swing. So is this maybe a tune-up event for him, a little breather, a little bit? So I just, for my money and my number, I just didn't like him.
And then we've got at 20-1, the only one at 20-1, Emilio Grillo, the Argentinian. He's hitting the driver pretty well right now, I think. He's always reliable with his irons. He's connecting on 4 straight top 25s from the Sony Open through the Phoenix Open. And again, he's going to try at the winner circle here for the second time since last summer. And I I like him. I like him here. I really do.
I don't know where you got your odds from. I got him at 30-1. So I got a better play on him than you did.
Well,
And
you
that's
probably
fine.
got those today too, right? So yours are more current.
Yeah, I got him at 30-1. And I got him 30. I love him. I love him this week.
Yeah.
I mean, he's used to this type. I mean, he's kind of home cooking, Argentinian guy that feels very good, plays in this event every single year. So, I mean, he drives the ball, it's really weird to say. I think he's talent-wise for him, he's super underachiever. I mean, he was in that little group of Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, Griot, that culture of guys that come out, and he was better than all of them. I mean, this guy was a world beater at 14, 15, 16 years old. Argentina, those guys don't go to college. He was playing in professional events when he was 14 years old.
Right.
So talent-wise, I really firmly believe he's an underachiever. These Argentinian guys really like to, golf is secondary. They love their life. They thrive for life. So, it's a priority for him, but he's super talented. And maybe this is a spot that I liked him in terms of not a big field of super intimidating people. And maybe he just feels comfortable to maybe get his third win on the PGA Tour.
That'd be great, man. I do like him and those scouring.
He's a little wee guy. He's a little wee guy. He's a little wee guy too. So
yeah, he is.
You like the small guys.
He's the opposite of Tony Finau.
Yeah, super.
Tony Finau's 8'4" or something.
Yeah, they walk down the street. It looks like this.
Wait, which one's Tony? And then at 25-1, another guy I like, not as much as Johnny, because Johnny proclaims very frequently on the air and off the air about what his feelings are.
I like other guys.
And that's just how Johnny is about it. I don't claim that so reliably. But Thomas Dietrich at 25-1, unless you've got him different.
I got him. I don't have him in the winner's circle. At 25-1, right? He's one of the favorites, but I got him in our card, sure. But I just don't like him in this spot. Again, you're looking at a guy that's playing a little bit more on the PGA Tour. He's played a lot of golf. Playing in Europe, being from Europe, being Belgium. I don't think he's used to kind of this type of coarse grass. I mean, this is a very, very difficult, very old school Bermuda, past Palm Bermuda. So it's a mix of really grainy golf courses, and especially the greens. So, we'll see. I just didn't like him in the spot to win, but talent-wise, he certainly deserves to be one of the favorites in the field.
And also at 25-1, a guy that we had some discussion about earlier today because apparently he keeps changing his name. But I told you on the PGA Tour website, it's Jager, but every writer I've ever seen has the E in it, like you had it. So I always go to PGAtour.com and see how it is, and that's how I put it on your card. But Stefan Jaeger at 25-1. By the way, Taylor Pendrith also at 25-1 here.
Yeah, you're looking at the guy's been playing great. I think he's a guy. He's kind of the guy that is kind of polar opposite of Griot, right? I think listen, the guy's talented, but he's a grinder, man. This guy is. He's worked his tail off for everything he's got. The things don't come naturally for him. And I respect guys like that. He's worked his way up. So I think this spot with a limited, again, I don't hate to say it this way, limited talent field per the world rankings. I think this is a spot he's going to feel a little bit more comfortable. And we certainly have him on our card. I got a little worse odds than you did on him. But, yeah, I mean, he's had a great year. I mean, he's been in contention 3 times this year to win. He hasn't really got it done. So maybe this spot for him in a field that he feels comfortable, maybe having a margarita and a Jägermeister. I don't know what the combination he's going to have down there, but maybe this is the remedy for him.
Speaking of Jägermeister, we're out, just so you know.
Man, okay. That's the only reason why you want me back.
No, I need other stuff from you too.
What?
Need vodka. We're out of vodka.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he hasn't played horribly. He's been off the last couple of weeks. Jaeger has. But he's got a pair of top 20 finishes here. So, if any place is going to make him feel a little bit comfortable after a layoff, I think it'll happen here. At 28-1, Thorbjorn Olesen, one of my favorite names on the PGA Tour. It's his first
the Thunder Bear.
What's that?
The Thunder Bear. They call him the Thunder Bear.
The Thunder Bear. His first PGA Tour start of the season. And he's been playing overseas, and he's been playing pretty solid. He won his last time out on the DP World Tour, and he hopes to carry that momentum over here to Mexico. He's got 2 trophies in his last 25 starts. He ranks 5th in this field in terms of strokes gained over the last 6 months. So maybe a good showing for Thorbjorn Olesen this weekend.
Yeah, certainly think so. If he can get there and not get thrown off the airplane, you know that story where he got so drunk he got kicked off an airplane because he was belligerent.
Yeah, we've all done that.
I haven't.
Oh, I
haven't. Me and Waterbed drank him out of booze on an airplane going to Hawaii, but we never got kicked out. So there's 2 completely different things. But
so I got thrown off of an airplane. I got thrown off of an airplane way before 9/11 ever happened. That took some doing, man, for being drunk. That was before 9/11, before Homeland Security and all that crap.
Before they stopped smoking, you could still smoke on a plane?
No, it was like 97. I think all planes were already non-smoking by then. But yeah, so that took some effort for me.
What was it, like a 30-minute flight? You got thrown out?
That was Dallas to Vegas.
Oh yeah, well, I understood. Yeah, he got thrown off an airplane. He got super sideways. This has been a while ago, and he lost a lot of sponsors. But listen, the guy's a 2-time Ryder Cup player. The guy's certainly got some talent. He's kind of getting some resurgence in his game. You know, whether his personal issues was happening at that time, I don't know. It's not my business. But there was something really squirrely there. I mean, it's you got to do some pretty messed up stuff to get thrown off an airplane, as you know. You know,
that's right.
I think maybe the guy's a talented guy for sure. And maybe this is a spot. He doesn't play over in the United States very much, but as you say, this isn't the United States. So maybe he feels a little bit more comfortable, but I certainly think he's going to be in the mix. He almost got on our card. I like the other guys in terms of getting in the mix and making us money.
33-1, Ryan Fox, 35-1. You've got Davis Thompson and Keith Mitchell. And also an interesting name here, Johnny, somebody I'm not too terribly familiar with at 35-1. You might know a lot more of him. I'm already a fan just from doing what little research that I did on him. Jake Knapp comes in at 35-1. What do you know about Jake other than he's got a unique backstory and some pretty luscious locks?
Yeah, I mean, the guy's just one of he's one of those journeymen. It just there's so many talented guys out there. He's known for hitting the ball a long way, right? So that's just kind of his story, one of the longest guys on the PGA Tour. And that's, we talk about this all the time. That's the remedy these days on the PGA Tour. If you can hit it far and you're a halfway decent putter, you're going to find your way on the PGA Tour and make some money in professional golf. You can't be short in an average putter. It doesn't work that way. So he's just another one of those guys, man, that's just out there. And again, is this the week that, a guy like that breaks out of Jake Knapp? I don't know. I don't know per se for him. This is his first start there. I think there's some nuances at this golf course that you got to learn. Certainly with his advantage off the tee, I think he's going to have a good finish, but I just didn't really like him in our winner's circle.
Very good. So there are your odds building up to the favorite part of the show for everybody after the next break is Johnny's picks. I don't know. Do they like my picks more or your picks? Because mine are more entertaining.
Well, certainly for the entertainment value and people just laugh at you. They love your picks. I mean, there's no doubt about that. We've had a little bit of a slow start, but we had that worst start last year and then came back to over a $12,000 profit. So we're a little bit in the red after last week, but that's only predicated on one guy. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in our picks. That really killed us, Cam Davis, last week. I mean, Cam Davis shot 41, 41, 41 on the backside in his last 3 rounds at Riviera. That not only put us out of the top 20 for him to really have a profit, but he killed us on our matchup. So I don't know what's going on with Cam Davis.
I mean, I could have done that.
He might be but
yeah, I could.
I mean, 41 through 3 days in a row on the backside in a PGA Tour, man.
That's pretty bad.
Like, dude, what are you doing? Like,
par on the backside's 36.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that.
He shot 15 over par on the back. He shot 15 over par the whole week on the backside at Riviera. It's not a recipe for really good golf. It's not.
Yeah, I could definitely do that. All right, we'll talk about it more in Johnny's favorites and my picks on the other side. We are from the rough right here on FanStream Sports on a Wednesday. It's the last break of the show. We'll be back after this.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about turf life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life, man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business, or maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal, or the hat, or the keychain, or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories, and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there. Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7, day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports, live from the DSP Media Podcast Studios in Dallas. I'm IndyCarTim. That is my partner in crime, the PGA of America member himself, and multiple-time almost winner of the Mexican Open, Johnny Gerber.
Almost is a stretch.
Well, almost is a very subjective word, right? So technically,
let's just say three-time making the cut. How about
three-time participant?
Well, no, I made the cut. I made the cut all 3 times I played there, which is great. For all the obstacles and temptations I have in Mexico, that's like winning for me.
There's no Brazilians in Mexico.
Well, they don't have. There's just no reason to.
What was your best finish in what year?
You can look it up. I'm sure you got it there. I think probably 2004, 2003, 2004. I think I finished like
every time I type Johnny Gerber into my search bar, my computer freezes. That's all I know.
Because there's so much good stuff there. That's why. I think I was T28 in 2003, 2004.
That probably got you like $6 million, right?
Pesos. So that's like it's like $600 maybe.
You won $6 for finishing 28th in the Mexico Open. Yeah. That's pretty funny. Now, well, I have to look up I've never really looked up your golf. I always just ask you. I'd rather just ask you because usually there's stories behind everyone. I don't get those stories when I look it up online.
There's the stories are way better than the performances. I promise you that. I haven't cheated life in terms of experience. I promise you that.
Right. Well, let's get into our picks and predictions here for the Mexico Open starting tomorrow down in Mexico. Obviously, it'd be weird if it was in Canada and they called it the Mexico Open, right? So obviously it's in Mexico.
Great. That's an astute observation on your part.
It's the way we do things around here. It's just master of the obvious here. So I'll go over my picks first, Johnny. And I've got my picks, but I don't have the odds. So if you've got the sheet in front of you, I don't know if you printed it or not.
I can get it. Yeah, hold on.
But I can give you my because I didn't print it because I'm an idiot. And I might have been drunk earlier.
No, you don't get drunk.
Johnny, my winner, for everybody that knows, I pick a winner, a top 10, and one top 20. And I've had a couple of hits. Johnny, and I'll go backwards again because I like doing that. I started doing that a few weeks ago. I don't have the odds on him. I believe it was like plus 280 or something for the top 20. And it is Michael Kim. Michael Kim
you got him at he's plus 230 on your card. Yeah.
For a top 20, right. He ranks 6th in this field in total strokes gained over the last 6 months. He's had a couple of runs at contention during the California swing. He was a top 10 finisher at the American Express. I just sort of like what I see from him. He checks inside the top 15 in both strokes gained approach and strokes gained putting over the last year. Right. So a course like this could be a potential birdie bonanza for him. So I like him in the top 20. And then my top 10, Johnny, the guy we talk about often. I believe we have a couple of crossovers here with my top 10 and my winner.
Just one.
Just one? Okay, I couldn't remember. Again, I don't have my freaking sheet in front of me. What are his odds at top 10? Is it plus 280?
Well, who are you going to tell me? Who is it?
Cashmere Keith Mitchell.
He's plus 240 to finish in that top 10.
In the top 10, all right. So, we talk about him a lot. I still think his talent level exceeds his win total, right, which is 1.
Man, and if you watch him on the driving range, man, he is Jesus out there. I'm just telling you. He is awesome. Awesome. Yeah,
there's no question he's one of the top drivers of the golf ball on the PGA Tour. But I feel like slowly but surely the rest of his game is sort of catching up with that and sort of following suit. He's gained strokes on approach in 4 straight tournaments with finishes of T9 at the American Express, T17 at the Phoenix Open. And I think, man, he's just a kind of a prime candidate, right, to take down one of these kind of what we call the reduced field PGA Tour events, right?
Yeah, super underachiever in terms of ball striking and his overall game. I mean, the guy is – I don't get it. I mean, his win was at Honda, I believe. So maybe this is a kind of a working week to get right week for next week at Honda. It's a different sponsor. I don't know what the sponsor is now, Zagadnitgen or something like that. But yeah, I mean, we have him a lot on our card, and there's a reason why we do, because he's super talented.
Right.
I mean, and he's made great money for us, but you know, I have him in our card to win this week, and we'll talk about that in a bit. But man, he disappoints me more than he excites me in terms of finishes. It seems like he's there so many times after the first 2 rounds, and what is it? Does he get complacent? Does he just law through things? Is it cool for him to make $300,000 a week and doesn't have the dog in him? There's guys that are like that, and maybe he is just a guy that's like that. And I firmly believe it is. I mean, talent-wise, the guy should have 5 or 6 wins minimum on the PGA Tours. I mean, no doubt about it. But everybody's wired a little bit different. Maybe he just likes to wear his cashmere, have his wine, and eat steak. Well, this week, buddy, you ain't doing any of those 3. So you better get your cashmere T-shirt or I don't know what the hell cashmere you got.
Cashmere underwear.
You can't wear draws down there. It's too hot.
Really?
No, it's too hot.
I could never live in Mexico. Then
you got the swamp monkeys. You do that.
I gotta have support from my guys. Johnny, my winner. I believe it was 16-1 is what I had for a winner. The 22-year-old Nikolai Hogard. Man, this guy, I know we talked about him a little bit earlier when we were going over the odds. I think he's kind of already proven to be a killer. He took down the season-long tournament on the DP World Tour this past fall. He's thrived in the Ryder Cup along like people like John Rahm. I think he's well on his way to winning on the PGA Tour frequently and soon. He came close at the Farmers Insurance. He almost forced a playoff on the last hole. And had it not been for Pavon with his freaking heroics there, it would have been a playoff. Over the last 6 months, he's second in the field in total strokes gained, fifth in driving distance, and 16 in strokes gained putting. So I believe this guy is right there. He's on the cusp. And I see his first win kind of coming in a reduced field event similar to this.
Yeah, I agree with you. And certainly in the you analyzing him, world-class player. I think he got a lot of great experience. I think he got a lot of confidence having such great success in the Ryder Cup. I think that's going to propel him in terms of having a great year. You look at his finishes, he's been great. I just don't think it's a right spot for him. I think this golf course is quirky enough, and course knowledge is going to be key to this place. I don't think he just has the experience enough to win. Talent-wise, for sure, you're gonna see him on top of that leaderboard. But I just think there's a little things, dealing with these grainy type of greens. If there's any kind of downfall for this guy's game, he's not revered as one of the best putters in the world, but he is revered as one of the best ball strikers in the world. And I think this golf course is going to come down to knowing the greens a little bit more than just maybe playing. I don't know if he played here last year or if this is his first start. But I think that the experience is going to have a little bit of more of a key for him. But certainly ball striking wise, talent wise, and experience wise, like I said, about getting that confidence in the Ryder Cup's going up. I just didn't like him in this spot.
Yeah, no, and that's why you're the guy, and I just make dumb entertainment picks.
The analysis is great. I mean, you're spot on in terms of what you say about him, no doubt about it. It's just I just don't like the golf course and the fit for him.
And then I didn't mention this earlier. I may be paying more attention to this golf tournament this weekend. I mean, number one, I have really a lot going on. Number two, it's because Scotty Scheffler's not playing in it. I have to look at his mug all weekend long. So maybe doing that. But hey, let's get to Johnny's picks, brought to you by Golf Central Magazine. It's the magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's not just a travel magazine. It's a philanthropy magazine. Go over there and check out Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. Put your email address in there. You get the current issues for free delivered to your inbox right around the middle of every month. You can check out some FanStream Sports branded information and articles over there. They have the Beer Cart Girl of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Bachelorette of the Month. Johnny and I have both been featured, not publicly, but privately. Because they're afraid to put my picture in that magazine for sure.
They are.
But go check it out at golfcentralmag.com. And that said, Johnny, tell us about your picks.
Yeah, after last week of coming off a kind of little disappointment on one person, Cam Davis. He really killed us, put us in a bad spot not to have a profitable week. But we were we did lose a little bit last week, but we are 9-3-1 on our matchups for the year. We haven't had a lot of matchups just because of the weather. The weather's been brutal on some of these swings that you have a lot of delays. So the matchups haven't been great, but we will ramp up the matchups. We are 9-3-1 matchups. We lost a little bit, so we are minus 820 for the year, a little bit in the red. But this is, every week is a get right week. Great opportunity.
Yep.
So I really like Steven Yeager at 22-1 this week. Again, he's had some great success already this year. Yeah, 2 top 20 finishes, a shorter field in terms of talent, if that's the right way to say it. And I know it's not. Sorry to keep saying that, but it just really is. When you only have one of the top 25 players in the world, that's really how we're going to say it. But I really like him and his confidence at 22-1. As you said, it might be boxer Cashmere Keith week this week at 25-1 because he's certainly not wearing those damn cardigan sweaters. It's going to be 90 degrees. But again, another situation with this guy that maybe it's a shorter talent field event and he feels comfortable with this 25-1. Talent-wise, he certainly is one of the top 5 best players in the field when it comes to talent. It's just a matter if Keith really wants to play and maybe he just feels chilled down there in PV to have a good time and it just comes natural to him. He might be switching from the wine and cashmere to the margaritas, tequila, and burlap this week down there in Mexico because that's what they like to do. Yep. Burlaps on the donkeys down there, man, that you ride. So we'll see what happens, man. Maybe it's a good week for him, but it's hard not to pick him at this spot at 25-1. Emiliano Grillo at 30-1. Again, another similar situation. Super underachiever. He feels very comfortable in this scenario down there in Mexico. Speaks the same language. Chill guy. And talent-wise, again, a little bit like Keith Mitchell, man. Talent-wise, he is in that top 5 in talent. So I think he's going to have some success this week. Ham sandwich pick this week, Mackenzie Hughes at 66-1. Coming off a great week last week in LA at Riviera. Played a little bit shady in that last round. Attention all week, except going into the last round. So I really like him. It's a spot with this odds going down there in Mexico. So watch out. I like this ham sandwich pick at 66-1. 2 top 10 picks this week, as always, guys. Thomas Dietrich at plus 300. Again, he fits that mold of top 5 talent in the field. I didn't like him in this spot in terms of the winner, but I like him in the top 10. Reason I don't, just getting used to the grass. He's played a lot of golf. I think he's a little bit tired. I think he needs to have some good finishes this week to get in some of the fields later on in the year. Maybe not next week, but maybe to get in that Players Championship. So I think he's going to be a little bit motivated to get some money to get in that, get in some of those fields. So I really like Thomas Dietrich at plus 300. Second top 10 pick this week, Maverick McNeely at plus 500. I think it's a really good spot. Look at the success Maverick McNeely has had on the PGA Tour. It's always been in these lesser field events. They have. He won in a off-field event. Yeah, the game show music is blowing up my ears. Can you hear that now?
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Thomas Dietrich.
That's right.
Maverick McNeely, I really like him in that plus 500 spot. 2 top 20 picks this week. I'm telling you guys, look for this guy on the PGA Tour. Chris Goddard, plus 330. I didn't like him to win. One of the longest guys, if not the longest guys on the PGA Tour. I really like his watch this guy. I touted him last year, rookie on the PGA Tour, but he's not your typical rookie. He's got a lot of starts on the PGA Tour. Like I said, one of the longest guys out there. He's a guy that I like that Taylor Montgomery, man. And he's going to be on our card a lot this week. It's going to be one of his probably 2 or 3 starts he's got on the PGA Tour already. I think he's building some momentum. I think he's getting comfortable there. Talent-wise, this guy's an up-and-coming star on the PGA Tour. I like him at plus 330. And our last pick and top 20 pick this week, Patton Kizzire at plus 500. The guy lost his card, so he's got some conditional status. I think this is a good spot for him. The guy's ultra-talented. He's one of those Georgia Bulldogs that produces a ton of talent out there. And I think maybe the motivation for him to come out, play well, get some more starts, get in that reshuffle on the PGA Tour. The guy's talented. He's a 2-time winner on the PGA Tour, and I like him in this spot in a lesser field event to finish in that top 20 at plus 500.
So there it is. There are Johnny's picks for the 2024 Mexico Open at Vidanta this weekend. I poke a lot of fun at this tournament, but it is a lot of fun to watch. It is a great facility. It's a great course.
You would be shot. You would be. The facility is incredible, like beautiful. Like
I can imagine.
All on the water, the villas and stuff. It just fits terribly in the schedule. But guys love going down there. How they're treating the amenities, they love it.
Yeah, and so just to be transparent here, I bag on Mexico for everything, not just golf. I've never been to Mexico. I never want to go to Mexico. I don't understand why people go to Mexico. I don't.
You want me to tell you?
Even the tourists, I get it. Like Puerto Vallarta on the Pacific side, Cancun over on the Gulf side. Like I get it, but when you go to places like that, from everything I've seen, read, heard, that's not going to Mexico. That's going to an American tourist area, and you don't even know you're in Mexico. I don't get it. Look, I don't want to go to Hawaii either. I have no desire to go to Hawaii. Maybe the Virgin Islands. I think I would like that. I would like.
It's even worse. That's worse than.
I would love to go to Bermuda. Like I don't know why. I'd love to go to Bermuda. I would love to go to what's a place we talk about all the time in Central America that you
Costa Rica.
You used to live.
Costa
Rica.
You used to live? I was there a lot.
No, where?
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. I would love to go to Costa Rica. Like I would love to visit that. I just have no desire to go to Mexico. But you know what? Mexico's fun. This tournament's fun to watch on TV. I get that it's popular among the guys that go every year, and I know why other guys don't go every year. That's great. But yeah, I don't just bag on Mexico for golf. literally don't like Mexico.
I love it, but you know.
Well, you're a professional and I'm not.
You don't like Frisco, Texas either. So,
Dude, I love Frisco. I love where I live. I love Frisco. I love Little Elm. I just hate the traffic that I got to deal with all the time. And I hate now that every girl within a 25-mile radius knows me and knows my game. And I got to travel 50 miles away to entertain a young lady. I don't like that.
That's a you problem.
I didn't do anything.
Well, you did a lot of things. When you do stuff right.
We didn't talk about my broken nose and my concussion on this show.
That's next show. That is next show. Nancy Gerber, I'm sure, is worried about how you got those lacerations and contusions.
Twice as wide as it normally is.
And it's not as good a story as what people want. It's not a good story at all. It's actually a pretty lame story.
JP Peterson was very disappointed in the story, and I built it up too for him specifically.
I know.
Then it took a turn, right? And so I did that on purpose, though. So, all right, well, that's going to do it for us right here on From the Rough on FanStream Sports. We'll be back on Monday to recap it'll be a live studio version of From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports to recap the Mexico Open, to recap Johnny's picks, all of the storylines, all of the best bets, how they turned out and all of that. And we'll see you guys then again, 5 o'clock Central on Monday on fanstreamsports.com, on our YouTube channel, and on just about everywhere, probably an hour after the show. You can download it on your favorite podcast app, wherever you get your podcasts. We would love to have you. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave us a great review. We would love to have a review from you on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, or wherever you're listening. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We love you guys. We appreciate your support. We had a good crowd today watching the show. Lots of comments we didn't get a chance to get to. We did broadcast on Instagram today for the first time in, I don't know, months. We're going to try to make that a regular thing on my Instagram channel at IndyCarTim. Go find us over there till we can get a show Instagram channel thing going. But right now it's just on me. It's just me. But we'll see you guys on Monday. Until then, y'all keep hitting them straight.